Good morning. It's the Monday morning show, and today's topic is ways to relax. It's not easy. Trust me, I struggle with it. And I'm sure, millions of people around the world struggle with relaxing. It's a hard thing to do, especially in today's society. So today's show, I looked up some ways that people relax, and I'm going to talk about ways that I use for me. If there's one thing I've learned about relaxing, is that it's really got to be personal. It's really got to be something that works for you. And I feel like it's something you got to find that works for you. One thing works for somebody, probably won't work for you. How do I know this? Because I've tried many different ways. Okay? I've tried it. I tried them all. A to Z. The different ways on how to relax and what people suggest. I've tried them. And 99% of the ways I've tried don't work. Now, are the people lying to me? Are they just, BS? No, they just don't work for me. Personally, they don't work for me. I'm not going to go on trashing the different ways because they might work for Joe Schmo or Jimmy Himity, but they don't work for Quito Quito. They just don't. They don't. But they don't work. I've tried them. They don't work. You know what works for me? Xanax and a bottle of Jack. But I can't do that. Can't do Xanax, and I can't, drink every night. Can't be doing that. Every time I need to relax, I have a drink, or every time I need to relax, I take a Xanax. You can't do that. I mean, well, you can, but, you're going to end up in the gutter sleeping next to Joe Schmo. So, if you can't do that, you got to look for other ways to relax. So that's what I've tried to do. Let's first calm down, guys. Calm down. Let's first just start off by if you look it up, say you type in Google ways to relax, right? Now let's see what's the first thing that comes up. It says exercise. That's a little weird because exercise, yeah, I exercise. Every day? No, not every day. I don't do it every day. Do I do it? Yeah, sometimes. I lift weights, as you can tell. But, not an everyday thing. But that's not really relaxing to me. I mean, maybe they're talking about something else. Well, let's read. I think what it means is it says yoga. And do some yoga, put your feet up against the wall. Last time somebody said, oh, put your feet up against the wall, I was getting arrested. So I don't know what it means by that, but yoga, something I've tried, and I think it works for some people. Doesn't really work for me. Let me I kind of put yoga in the category of meditating. Am I right? Because I know it's not the same thing, but it's similar to me, I think. I'm sure there's some people out there, but they're two totally different things. He has no idea what he's talking about. But what I mean by is, yoga is like a relaxing thing, meditating is like a relaxing thing, and if you're looking up ways to relax, it's not going to work for me because yoga and meditating, you kind of need to be calm and you kind of need to be relaxed. So if you're trying to relax by doing yoga and meditating, you need to be relaxed. But if I'm not relaxed, then how can I relax? You know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 doesn't equal 3. It doesn't make sense to me. Like some people, they get worked up and then they go, I'm gonna go meditate, and they calm themselves down by whatever, the breathing, and maybe it works. But for me, a lot of times, I'm so freaking mad, and I'm so tense that if I try to relax by meditating, I'll be trying to go, okay, calm down. Oh, that damn gutters, I gotta clean those damn gutters, those damn leaves stuck in the damn gutters. And I can't meditate or do yoga because I'm not relaxed enough. So I need something first. Maybe what I need is something in the middle. Maybe I need something to calm me down first, and then I can meditate and do yoga. I need a middleman. I need a middle guy. Where's my middle guy? Google, middle guy. Zero results. Okay, but let's see another way to relax. They say stretch. Standing up for a quick stretch can relieve muscle tension and help us relax during a stressful day. Standing up and stretching is a way to relax. When I stand up and stretch, you know what it does? It reminds me of how out of shape I am. Whenever I stretch, it's like, oh boy, I think I just cracked a muscle. Whenever I stretch, it's like, reminds me of how unflexible I am. You ever try to touch your toes lately and you just like, that ain't happening, right? I put my legs on the floor, I try to reach my toes. It's like a direct insult to myself, because I'm like looking at my hands, I'm looking at my toes, and the voice in my head just says, that ain't happening, And I'll fake it for a few seconds just to, in case anybody's looking, but I come back up and I'm like, all right, stretching for me, stretching to relax, out the window. For me, yoga, meditation to relax is out the window, because I need a middleman. But let's see what else they have. Run in place. We may not be able to run away from stress, but it's worth practicing. This guy's a funny guy. Way to relax, run in place. You ever get stressed out at work and you're like really frustrated with your work, and then you start to run in place? Try it. All your coworkers will be gathered around like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? No, run in place. Good idea, but in a lot of situations that's not gonna work. You're stressed out on the subway. You start to run in place. Well, you'll probably fit right in if you do that on the subway. But I don't know, run in place. I don't really think that would work for me. I don't think it would. If it works for you, great. Running in place doesn't work for me. What's the next thing on the list? Take a quick walk. A way to relax is to take a quick walk. Let me think about that. Sometimes I do go on walks. When I go on a walk? When I don't feel like running. When I'm supposed to go for a run, but I don't feel like it, I'll just walk. That's when I go on walks. And I'll usually be listening, to my iPhone or iPod or whatever the hell they call it nowadays. And so way to relax, it says, is to take a quick walk. Here's my opinion on that. When I go on a walk, I am relaxed. Sometimes I go where there's trees, so I got trees around me. I'm breathing in the O2. I got some fresh O2. Nothing better than some fresh O2, I got an oxygen bar in my basement. Sometimes I go down there and I crank that sucker up and I breathe in some fresh O2. So I'm breathing in the fresh O2 as I'm walking, feeling out the environment. I'm relaxed, I'm listening to Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. Got that going on. Relaxed, chilling, feeling good. And then I come around the circle. My walk is done. And then I open here's my, I'm relaxed. I just got done with my walk. Now here's the door. And you know what it says on the door? It says Real World. I open the door to the real world. I step in. I'm relaxed. I step into the real world. I'm stressed out again. So, quick walk to relax. It works when I'm walking. When I'm done walking, it goes away. That's, at least for me. And I can't just walk all day or every time I'm stressed out. That's another thing. You're stressed out, you can't just take a quick walk every time you're stressed out. So it might work sometimes, might work for some people, but quick walk to relax, not great for me. I don't know, that's what it says on that list. Let me go to another list for ways to relax. And like I said, let me just restate that finding a way to relax, I think, is just special to each person. You gotta find your own way to relax. Some people killing. When they kill somebody, they find a great relax feeling after that. Whitey Bulger. You know Whitey Bulger? Movie Black Mass? Great movie. Did they, leave a lot out? Of course they did. But it's still a good movie. Johnny Depp, great, acting. But Whitey Bulger, look it up. Look the documentary up. He was known for, after he would murder somebody, he was known to take a nap. A lot of times he would murder somebody in that house that he had in the basement, and then he would go upstairs, lay on the couch, put his hat over his eyes, take a quick nap. He would relax, and so that worked for him. Did Whitey Bulger run in place to relax? No, he would run with a knife into somebody's throat, and then he would relax. That's what he did. It worked for him. Now, do I recommend that for everybody? No, of course not. I don't. But if you want to try it and see if it works, maybe it will. Maybe it'll work for you. I've tried it. It doesn't work for me, But, it actually makes me the opposite of relaxed. I actually get really paranoid and think, oh, everybody's out to get me and I'm going to be in trouble. That's how I feel. So, not for me. Here's another website. 40 ways to relax in 5 minutes or less. This is, I don't want to get in trouble for copyright, so this is greatist.com. Don't sue me, please. I'm giving you free advertising here, so don't come at me. I gotta be careful, these copyright things. Okay, ways to relax. Food and drink ways. They got so many ads on here. These ads nowadays. I can't even get to what the topic's about because all these ads pop up. Here we go. Sip green tea. And there's a picture of this disgusting looking drink. Now, maybe, sip green tea. Really, maybe if you're if the reason you can't relax is because you thought you had $40 million in the bank, but you checked the bank and you really only have $39 million, and you're so stressed out, so you go sip a little green tea and you're like, oh, and you feel, maybe then you'll feel better. It might work for you, but to somebody that has actual real problems, I don't think sipping green tea is going to help them relax. Say somebody is overdue in their car bill, overdue on their house bill, and they might lose their house, might lose their car, and I don't think going home and sipping green tea is going to help them. I don't. Hey, maybe it will, but I doubt it. Okay? That's just me. That's just my opinion. I'm just one guy with a microphone and, a crappy studio. That's just me. Nosh on chocolate. I don't think I'm not even going to get into what that means. It could be a slang term for something I don't want to slurp. Some honey. Whoever wrote this list is really graphic with how to consume these things. Bite into a mango, munch a crunchy snack. Okay, let's skip over those because I think we can all agree those don't work. Lay your head on a cushion or pillow. So to relax, lay your head on a cushion or pillow. So why don't you just say go to bed, right? These. Now, for me personally, I don't even know if I want to look at that list anymore, to be honest with you. I should have pre-read it before the show went live. My bad. Me personally, trying to go to bed, or putting, as they put it, put my head on a cushion or a pillow, is not relaxing for me. Sometimes I have trouble going to sleep. I'll lay down. I'll feel a little tired. I'll lay down, and then as soon as I lay down, I get anxiety, and I start thinking thoughts about all the stuff I have to do, or the problems that I have in my life, bills and blah, 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 and, the rabbit with his medical problems and all this stuff. So, for me, laying down, it's not relaxing for me, it's the opposite of relaxing. It's like when my head hits the pillow, it's like a signal to my brain of, okay, all the thoughts of what do we got to do, what bills we got to pay, it all comes to my head. It's like, and I've looked up what to do. I know some people suggest that I write it down, like before I go to bed. They suggest writing down all the stuff I have to do, writing down, the bills I have, and everything that comes to my head when I try to sleep, everything that comes rushing up to my skull, get it out. They say, you should write it down on a piece of paper, get it out, that way it will come out. Now, does it help? Yeah, I've tried it. It helps. Does it completely eliminate all the negative thoughts that come to my mind when I try to sleep? No. But it does help. I give it that. It does help. There's one for you. There's one thing for you that works for me. One positive thing on this negative show. And also, if you have any thoughts about what helps you, Monday Morning Show, gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. So let me get into, like I said, I don't like that website. That website some of these websites are weird. A lot of the stuff they recommend on how to relax, like I said, might help for some people, but a lot of the stuff I read is BS. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work for a lot of people. I don't think it will work. I really don't. That's just me. Call me crazy. I mean, I'm the crazy guy, that does these weird shows. I'm the crazy one, right? Doesn't work for me. What works for me here? Actually wrote down a couple things. Trying to be professional. Okay. One thing that I do, hot shower. Now, a hot shower seems a little tacky, but no, it actually does work for me. But when I say hot shower, I don't mean a little hot. I mean, it's got to be like 3,000 degrees. I mean, when I say hot shower, I'm talking, it's going to burn my skin. When I come out of a hot shower, it's, I got bumps and, brown, and my skin's paling. When I come out of a hot shower, my skin is paling, and that's how I know that I'm relaxed. That's a sign. They say that if your skin is paling, that's a sign of relaxation. It is. Look it up. That's one way. It's not complete relaxation, but it does help, calm down the demons a little bit. It doesn't completely eliminate the anxiety demons, but it puts them into hiding. It gives them a nap. Gives them a little nappy nap. But don't worry, they'll be up soon. But one thing I do, and it's something I've been doing lately to relax, is comedy, laughter. And I'm not just trying to plug my own show here, but if you go to, YouTube and you look up comedy, whatever makes you laugh. And maybe it's a fat kid that gets kicked in the stomach. Maybe it's a chimpanzee playing a violin. Whatever makes you laugh. If you're feeling stressed out, I suggest go to YouTube and watch something watch videos that make you laugh. And don't even try to think about it. Just what it does for me is I'll put on something. I mentioned Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. I mentioned a lot of podcasts, radio programs. I don't know, Joe Rogan's podcast, Artie Lang show, Howard Stern. Howard Stern's got great episodes that you can watch. And what I find is, as I'm watching these things, it makes me laugh. And it doesn't happen right away, but over, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I do start to calm down, and I do start to relax. And that's kind of leads me right into my next way of relaxing, and it's basically watching TV or watching movies. And it may sound simple, but it really has saved me in a lot of situations. It really has, when I've been really stressed out, and I don't mean a bad TV show. No, bad TV show can have the opposite effect. Okay, if you're stressed out and you put on, I don't know, Storage Wars. Put on a show like Storage Wars. Put on a show on Love and Hip Hop. One of these tattoo shows. Now that's gonna have the opposite effect, because you're gonna be watching these shows. You're gonna be thinking, what the hell am I watching? What has TV come to? What has society come to? And then you're just gonna be like, this world is coming to an end. oh my god, everything is there. And so that has the opposite effect. So it's a little tricky here. If you want to relax, TV or movie is good, but here's the trick: it's got to be good. It's got to be a good show. It's got to be a good movie. So the programming content is very important. Make sure you write that down. Put that down as a highlight that, because you don't want it to have the opposite effect, because then you just go downhill, and who knows what might happen. We might not ever see you again. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get these words out of my mouth. It's so important. Sometimes it's hard for me to get these words out of my mouth, and plus I'm also part retarded. So but those are just a couple ways I relax. Is it, I don't have this down to a science. I mean, that's just a couple things that I do. And if, like I said, if none of these things work, Xanax and Jack and Coke, and then you'll be good for at least a few, days. But, just kidding. I don't recommend that. Unless it's an emergency. But I really don't recommend that. I don't want to get in trouble. But, really, if anyone has any ideas on what they do, I would love to hear from you. Monday Morning Show, gmail.com, Monday Morning Show, gmail.com. Because, like I said, I think different things work from different people. A lot of stuff you read online is BS. But, hey, maybe it does work for, I don't know, Marie Antwood, over there in South Africa. Maybe it works for her. So, hey, you never know. So, I guess green tea might work for, someone. So, hey, if it works, right? That's the way I look at it. Some people might say, oh, well, you're online watching those stupid videos. Well, you know what? It helps me relax. It stops me from going nuts and, stealing all the coats from the Burlington Coat Factory. If watching Jackass, the original, if watching, what the heck it's called, Bam Margera's original show, if watching that stops me from stealing coats, then hey, I'm going to watch it as much as I want. That's the way I look at it. And that's the way you should too. If watching, Sesame Street and the parodies with Big Bird Smokes Crack, if watching that stops you from beating your wife, then watch it. Alright? Then watch it. What's wrong with the world? Nothing's wrong with the world. We need more Big Bird smoking crack. We need to see more of that. Hey, I think that's about it. They're waving me off here. My agent is telling me to shut up before I get myself in trouble. So I'm going to go. But Monday Morning Show, gmail.com. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the show. And I'd love to hear your feedback. Lately, I've been getting a lot of negative feedback. But hey, at least it's feedback, right? Am I right? So my name's Loquito. That means crazy kid in Spanish, because that's what I am. It's the Monday Morning Show, and thanks to all my fans, everyone that supports me, and I don't know, I just hope you guys relax. I'm gonna go sip some green tea and nosh on some chocolate, and because that's what helps me relax. And all I can say is, hope you have one heck of a night.